Hi everyone, this is Val, your tutor, and today's topic we're going to go through is Excel. I think probably most of you know what an Excel is. Excel is a spreadsheet program which is developed by Microsoft for organizing data such as numbers or even words, or perform calculations, or creating charts, or data analysis. Okay, that's the use of Excel. There are various purposes of Excel as well, but for now we'll just keep it simple. So in this lesson we will see what is an Excel application is. Okay, first of all, to begin with, let's open the Excel software. To open the software, if you're using a Windows computer, you just click on the start button, which is under the taskbar. So you click on the start button and you can see Excel straight away, or you can just type the word Excel on the search bar on the top and then just click on the Excel app. Okay, so when you open a fresh Excel app, always click on if you already have an existing sheet, you can just go and open an existing sheet which you've already worked before. Otherwise, you can always click on the new Excel sheet or the blank workbook. Okay, so this is how you open a Excel software or app. Okay, like I said before, it is a software which is also called spreadsheet program, which is used to organize data or perform arithmetic or any logical calculations. Also, you can create charts if you're going to university or college, or even for work purposes. Sometimes you probably have to create charts for your own projects, or maybe for a business sake. And also for other data analysis, you can use this particular application. Is one of the best program, I would say, like office program one can use in any sector, I would say. Okay, so to begin with, I think there's something called workbook within the Excel. Workbook is nothing but it's a collection of sheets. At the moment, the Excel sheet I've opened just have literally one sheet. So let's say if I click on plus here at the bottom and click on plus again, so you can see that there are three sheets. It's not three different files, it's one workbook with three different sheets in it, which means I can probably create a sheet for Jan, I can create a sheet for February, and I can create a sheet for March. So the collection of sheet 1, 2 and 3, it's called workbook. Individually it's called worksheet. With the collection of these three sheets, it's called workbook. So when you save this file, you're saving all these three sheets together in one particular file. So that is what we call this as a workbook. And every tab inside, every tab you see here, sheet 1 or sheet 2 or sheet 3, it's called worksheets. Okay, and in the Excel sheet, which is a little bit different it's very different from the Microsoft Word, because in Microsoft Word you have a plain a piece of working area where you can just literally type the documents you want to type. Whereas here you don't have like an A4 size page here to work on. You just have all these boxes here. Okay, before we go on to this cell, it's called cell. So these boxes, there is it has a reference number. For example, if you see this is called column. All this column, it is in vertical position. So this is column A, column B, column C, column D, and so on. Whereas if you see, this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So anything horizontal, it is called rows. So vertical is columns, horizontal is rows. And if I click on any one particular cell, for example, this cell, the cell reference number is F and 4. The column F is intersecting with row 4. So the column F, which is a vertical column, is intersecting with the horizontal row. So that's why this point here, we call that particular cell as a cell with the cell reference number as F4. So every cell has a cell reference number. So for example, if I click here, it's nothing but D5. If I click here, it's D11. If I click here, it is I3. So it is very, very important to understand the cell reference, because within the spreadsheet, we will be using formulas in the future, and the formula within the formula, you always put cell reference number, so that you're doing calculations, and then you can also automate certain calculations, so that you don't have to really do just a calculation. Let's say 10 plus 10 equals 20, rather than you just put on cell, each cell you can have a value, and when it comes to the formula, we just have a formula with certain reference numbers. So again, like I said before, each cell is called cell, and each cell has a cell reference number. So you can see on the left side here, you can see if I click on a cell, you can automatically see what cell reference number this particular cell is. Okay, and on the top you have a big menu, a set of menu. It's called ribbon. So we have different tabs here. We have File tab, and then we have Home tab, we have Insert, we have Draw, we have Page Layout, and it goes on. And each tab has a set of menu for different functions. Okay, to begin with, you've probably seen some of this menus in Word document also. It's exactly the same. You have font type or font size. All these three, bold, italic, underline, all comes under font styles. Okay, if you're not sure, just move your mouse around and just leave it for some time, and you can see what it does actually. Okay, and so within the spreadsheet, if I want to enter a data, for example, I can literally enter a data in any cell I want to enter. Okay, you don't have to start from the beginning. Okay, sometimes I can even start from the middle somewhere here, or sometimes I can start from the fifth column, fifth row under B column. You can literally start anywhere you want to start. The most important thing is when you type the formula matters, and in the formula you need to use the correct reference number for it to work. And also, if I'm on one particular cell, if I want to go on to another cell, you can use your mouse to click, or in your keyboard there is a navigation key, there's an arrow mark, we can press the arrow key left and right. Okay, or you can use the tab key, or the shift tab, which will come backward. Arrow is easier, and every time you enter a data in one particular cell, you press enter, it goes automatically to the next cell below in that particular column. Okay, let's type something so that you will understand what I'm saying. For example, in one particular cell, I'm just going to type the word something like, let's say, name or item. We'll just put some item name, so we'll just say item as a title here, and then here I'm just going to say price of an item. Price, I'll just say per item. So what happened if you see now, when I typed a title as item, and then in column B I'm typing a title as price per item, the text I typed, it goes over to cell C. Actually, it is not in cell C, it is still on cell B, but it doesn't have a space. So when you have things like this, you can always do two things. You can either expand the column. Okay, to expand the column, you can go between column B and column C, because the data we have is on column B. So between column B and column C, I move my mouse, and you will see a plus icon going backward and forward. So that when you see the plus icon, I can click and hold the click on the mouse and drag it. So what happened? I'm expanding the width of this particular column itself, not just cell. The whole column I've expanded now, so that I have more space. Or what we can do, we can also do something called a wrap text. So let me type one more thing. For example, let's say I'm going to type quantity of item. Again, let's say I just wantedly typing a long text so that it goes to the next cell. So in this case, you can also do something called wrapping. So when you click on that particular cell, there are a lot of feature. There's something called wrap text. So when you click on that particular cell, you can move your mouse, and can you see under alignment there is a small arrow here? So if you click on that menu, and under alignment there's something called wrap text. So what happened when I click wrap text and when I click OK, it tries to fit within that box. Whatever I've typed, it doesn't go beyond that box. It tries to fit within that box. Although you can see the row's width has been expanded now, but that's not an issue. We can just keep it. I don't mind, because I don't need to have a expand my C column like this to accommodate the text. I just rather wrap the text so that it goes within that particular box, within that width of that particular column. Okay, so this is something I want to say, and then sometimes there are some functionality called clicking and dragging. For example, let's say if I'm going to type somewhere here days. So under the days, let's say I'm going to add some data here. For example, I'll say Monday or Monday. If I say Monday, and I will have the next column, I want to type Tuesday. Instead of you typing Tuesday, you move your mouse to this box where you type Monday. On the corner, you see like an L-shaped symbol. So when you move your mouse exactly over this reverse L-shaped symbol, you click. Can you see a plus sign now? So when you see a dark plus sign, you just click on the plus sign. Hold onto your mouse, the left click, and drag down. So what happened? It automatically gives you the days. The same applies to the months. So if I months. So for example, I'll just say months as a heading. Here I'm just going to say Jan. I'm not completing the full words. I just say Jan. If I scroll down, if I click and drag down, you can see the whole month is getting typed up automatically. It's called click and drag feature. Okay, you can even drag the horizontal direction also. It can do the months this way also, horizontal or even vertical. Also the days, imagine if I type month, not even Monday, just type half of it, month, and if I go this way or the other way, it still gives me the sequential days of the week. Okay, not only that, sometimes like when we type in some numbers, for example, let's say I'm typing 1 and then I press enter and I press 2 and then enter. I just want to type the serial number. So what I can do is I can just select the first 2 cell or just the first cell even. If I just drag it down, when you drag it down, it's copying the first cell to all these cells. So what I can do is I can click on this plus sign. I'll say fill series. I click on this plus more option here. I say fill series. What happened? It types 1 2 3 4 5 6. Not only 1 2 3 4. I can even generate some ticket numbers. For example, I'll say 81541112. That's my first number. So now if I click on it and if I drag it down and if I go to this option, I say fill series, automatically you can see it is generating a different sequential of number. So which will be useful, for example, if you want to generate a ticket number for each individual or a reference number for each individual. Okay, so that is click and drag feature. We can use it. And again, in the coming sessions, we'll be talking about the formula. For now, I just want to explain. I'll just go over it one more time. Like I said before, there are different menu here. You have home menu and insert menu. Each does have a different set of functions. And in an Excel spreadsheet, we have more than one sheet. We can have, at the moment, sheet 1 is empty. Sheet 3, we are doing everything on sheet 3, for example. So all these 3 sheets collectively is known as workbook. And then each and every vertical label, label such as N, it is a vertical column. We say column, and each column has an alphabet to it. So, and each row has a number to it, and the intersecting point, if I choose one particular cell and each cell, the intersecting point of the column and the row is the cell reference number. So at the moment we say this cell is nothing but it is M5, or if you're not sure, just have a look here, so you know that is the reference number of the cell. And like I said, in spreadsheet you can literally start typing the data anywhere you want to type. There's no logical order. You can start working from this column D and leave this column A, B and C empty. Yeah. And anytime you type an item, for example, if you type a title, if you want to move to the next title, you can use your mouse to click onto the next title, or just press the arrow key on your keyboard, or press the tab key on the keyboard to go forward. When you want to go in the vertical, you want vertically go downward, you just press enter, 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 it goes downward. When you want to go forward in horizontal direction, you press the tab key, or you can press the arrow key, or use the navigational key to go up and down within the in the keyboard. Yeah. So that is end of the computer basics. I think if you have any question, just let me know. I can explain you in the forthcoming session. Thank you.